Hi Gemini, I'm Jude. Welcome to your weekly reading. Gemini, this is a reading for the week of the 5th of May. And to start with, we're going to look at the overarching energy and then we'll get into the week of the 5th of May. And Gemini, if you're happy to like and subscribe, I really appreciate that support because it does help the channel. So thank you. Let's get going. The Fool and the Ace of Cups. Wow, Gemini. Okay, it'll be interesting to see, and the Chariot under here. I'm going to share with you that I did record your reading before, and it glitched, but it was about a new love energy. So if you were single and coming into a new relationship, that could very well be what's going on here. If you're in an existing dynamic, maybe there's a new aspect of this. Maybe you've come out of, maybe you've been in conflict about something, or there's a fresh new energy with it somewhere, somehow, but it's very loving, very new love, very fresh new beginning, clean slate kind of vibe to it. All right, let's look at your cards for the week, Gemini, of the 5th of May. Yes, love. Oh, so interesting. Okay. Ace of Wands. So if you're single, this could be new love showing up. If you're in an existing dynamic, it does feel like with that Ace of Cups under there, maybe there was an apology or an expression of something, or like, let's start afresh, let's have a new beginning here. Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands. Temperance, which is the card of Sagittarius. Three of Wands. Now, the Devil card was in the past reading, so was the Three of Wands, so was the Knight of Cups, so was the Ace of Cups. So, and you just have to know that that's, yeah. And the Magician was there too. Well, that's, when the glitch happened and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to record it again. And it's just surprising. Well, I shouldn't be surprised, should I? Because these are obviously meant to be the message for you guys this week, according to these cards. Remember, they're general. So this may or may not vibe for you, and you have free will. You choose what you're doing. There is a sense of you being ready now, ready to move forward, ready to not look back, ready for a new beginning. So if you were single, this could be about you going, yep, I'm good to go now. I've found my balance, I've found my mojo, but there is this offer that comes in. Now, the Knight of Cups is when we're approached in a loving way. Maybe there's an apology. If you're in an existing dynamic, maybe someone is apologising and wanting a fresh start. If you're single and you're looking for a new relationship, one is showing up. And it's a very passionate, enthusiastic energy here. We had the Ace of Cups before as well. So there's a passion and an energy and love and enthusiasm here. Your challenge is you might get in your head. And this is the challenge, and particularly because we've got the Devil card sitting under here as well. There's a little bit of angst here about if you were single, the past relationship that you were in, just saying, generally speaking, and this may not vibe for you, but maybe you felt a bit stuck or a bit trapped or a bit manipulated, or it wasn't good somewhere, maybe, and that's just what these cards would suggest. Or if you're in an existing dynamic and you're looking at a fresh start or a new beginning, there's a little bit of angst about changing the patterns. And the Devil card can talk to us about when we, if we're in a relationship, it might be manipulative, it could be narcissistic, codependent kind of vibe. there could be behaviours in there that aren't for our highest good somewhere. And the Nine of Swords as your challenge says you're concerned about this. So if you were single and moving into a new relationship, you might get a little toey about, oh, I don't want a pattern repeat. If you're in an existing dynamic and maybe there's a fresh start, maybe you've had some coaching, some counselling, and you're having a fresh start, there's still this challenge of seeing the patterns and working through them. But there is a feeling here of emotional stability and confidence in yourself, Gemini, and listening to your intuition and letting yourself come into healing and balance. Giving yourself the time to heal from a past relationship or a conflict and consider this new beginning. The Fool says there's a leap of faith. Is there risk? Potentially. And I feel this is the challenge aspect this week, to see and understand what that might be. But there's also this energy of I'm ready to move on. And it's kind of like you've almost sort of called it in, and you're having the courage to do this. So if you were single, it's like, I'm ready for a new relationship, but I don't want that old pattern to repeat. Or if you're in an existing dynamic where there's been some conflict, maybe things had to get sorted, and there's let's have a new beginning. There is a new energy of love. There is a new frequency of, let's make things change and improve and heal this. So it depends. And look, or it might not resonate for you at all. Please disregard this if that's the case. I don't want to send any energy that's suggesting otherwise. You would already know if this was the case. I'm going to close your reading out with a little bit of wisdom and guidance from Spirit for Gemini. Okay, and we've got the Nine of Cups that's repeated and the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands says you've worked through something that you were conflicted about. You've come out the other side of it in a good way, and now you've maybe established some boundaries and beliefs, and that's kind of supporting our Queen of Wands here. You're very aware of what you want and what's important to you. You've maybe learnt some different skills in this, and you've got the courage as you're facing this. The Nine of Cups says, there's a lot of emotional support around you, but what do you want? What's your deepest wish here? Because I have the sense that you've come out of quite a challenging energy, and there's a fresh new start with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune and the Aces, and it's this fresh new start in some way, some area, according to these cards, and how you approach that, and doing it with courage and awareness, I feel, and love. Yeah. All right, Gemini, all the best. Have a good week. Bye from me, and I'll see you next time.